So EA have just released the FC25 career mode trailer, and just like last year guys, I'm going to watch it along with you guys for the very first time, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. And if you know me, you'll know that the only thing I want in FC25 career mode is the option to turn objectives off, because honestly it's the pain in the backside for everybody, isn't it? Well, that's enough of me yapping, let's get into the video.
To be a legend in the game, you have to take a club to new heights. You have to go where no one else has gone. Career mode in 25 is the most forward-thinking in FC history. Real-life tactics and situations with live start points, player career with icons, and I'm delighted to introduce women's
Who asked for that? Seriously, who actually thought, oh, I know what FC25 career mode needs, play a career mode with icons? I've got such a bad feeling about this, guys. They've already added something nobody asked for.
Yeah, thanks Mia. Let's get into it. FC25 marks a new era for both manager and player career. Players will be able to live out real-world stories from the biggest leagues in the world with live start points. This is the biggest update we've added to career in years. In FC25, you can experience the drama of any team's real-world season. Pick up from where a team or player has left off that week, and you'll have to deal with the related league standings, fixtures, injuries, and transfers. Or start from a special snapshot moment, a curated starting point based on a newsworthy situation at a specific club, be it a manager sacking, a big transfer, a team overperforming, and so on.
Okay, I take it back. EA have been cooking. That sounds very goddamn good, and honestly, that sounds like they are actually taking a step in the right direction for once instead of 2 steps backwards.
We've also got loads of new updates across manager mode, driven by FC IQ.
Please,
by way of team
no
tactics and player
objectives.
roles. Player roles add a dimension to tactics beyond player positions and drive success more than ever in career, on and off the pitch. Picking the right player roles is a key factor across player development, staffing, scouting, training and coaching, and it helps fuel and influence player and squad cohesion. Something our community has been asking for is an update to press conferences.
Just a couple of questions for you.
So we've used FCIQ to change how these work, to make them more dynamic. Reporters will ask questions that are specific to your tactical choices, your players and their roles. Your answers affect the updated morale system, so managers will have to find the right balance between critique and praise.
Finally, a little bit of an update for press conferences. It's only been like, what, 4 years in the making?
We've also updated the Youth Academy, starting with expanding the
Finally.
list of countries that you can send youth scouts to. And once you've identified the next big thing, of course, you've got to develop their talent, which is why we've integrated Rush 5v5 matches.
I've seen
into
a
Youth
lot
Academy.
about this, and this
By
does
playing in
look
Rush matches,
a
managers
yeah,
can
fair
actually
play,
boost youth
fair play.
development over the course of 3-match tournaments. Win the final, earn the maximum boost, and your next rising star will be that much closer to achieving their first team dream. Watch as your youth squad players physically grow up over the years. We've also added a long-requested feature to career gameplay, simulation settings. With it enabled, teams will play a more deliberate style of play, close to what you'd see in a real-world football match. Taking it a step further, we've developed a dynamic sim setting that changes aspects of the AI's play from one game to the next.
That I will definitely not complain about. I mean, I find it too easy on Ultimate, so that hopefully will make it a little bit more tricky.
There's really exciting things happening with player career as well. Player career with icons. Now, you can take existing icons and put them in any team of your choice and see them perform alongside today's players. We're
That's-
incredibly excited about this because it unlocks so many new opportunities to evolve career. And
If you want to do this, play fucking Ultimate Team, man. Honestly, the only thing I can say this is good for is if you want to do a video on it. But majority of us don't, we just want a career mode. None of this fancy crap. I mean, fair enough, it's a cool feature, don't get me wrong. It really is, and I shouldn't be complaining about it. But there's so much more stuff they could be doing with career mode, and this is not one of them.
we'll have different sets of icons to choose from as the game progresses. In football, a good story is everything. In FC25, we've made it so that players will have more flexibility in setting up their story of their player career. Storylines have expanded to the classic rags to riches story, or following in the footsteps of your parent, or coming back from a career-threatening injury. The story you select will have an impact on and off the pitch, from generating reactions on social media to influencing gameplay attributes and playstyles. Furthering our commitment to representing women's football within FC, in FC25, we're introducing the world's top 5 women's leagues into both manager and player career.
Okay.
In manager career, managers will be able to move freely between managing men's and women's teams. And in player career, they can play for any of these top clubs. And finally, across both modes,
Okay.
we've designed a new visual system that has a slicker and more simple UI, with a new suggested task list that helps players with their next important decision. And of course, we've upped social media in FC25. Playthroughs are now powered by partnerships with some of the biggest news outlets in football, like Fabrizio Romano, who will be keeping you up to date with all the latest transfer information. Play well, and the fans will wonder if you deserve a statue. Play not so great, and well, they'll let you know. And that's everything new to Korea in FC25.
Welcome back to the world's game. Now, what will you do for the club?
A lot more than frickin' you would, put it that way. Okay, I still do take issue with quite a few things. I mean, I don't like the player icons. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's a cool idea. Do not get it twisted, but really, is that what we want in career mode, above all else? I mean, the number one thing I get on almost every single video is how do I not get sacked? Do they not think that's more of a freaking issue than adding David Beckham into the game? The live points thing is actually really good. In fact, I'd say it's probably their best thing that they've added to this game. Adding women's football to this is a great feature as well. I mean, I do have a little bit of worry about it because for God's sake, they can't get the men's career mode right, never mind the women's. I just can't wrap my head around the fact they've included player icons in this, but I have heard from other sources that they're taking objectives out of the game. Why would they not include that in the trailer if they have? I mean, that's what every career mode player wants. No objectives, the free will to do whatever you want with your team and not have to worry about getting sacked even though you've won the treble, but because you haven't done anything with the youth academy, you're gone. I will say though, FC25 looks way better than FC24 already, and we haven't even had it yet. I mean, what they've done with the youth academy alone looks phenomenal. But I guess we're gonna have to wait until the 20th of September to find out if this game is all it's cracked up to be. Let me know in the comment section down below what you lot think of this. Are you happy with the changes that they made? Or are you like me and a little bit skeptical about certain things? Or are you just completely turned off against this now? That's all from me, guys. I'll see you in a bit.